This is just my, chat about Leeds United, the manager, um, the players, the board, um, people getting stressed out over something that we can't do nothing about. Um, yeah, so we'll start off with the game yesterday. The lineup come out. I was shocked. I thought it'd have gone a 4-2-3-1. My lineup that I'd picked was Perry, Bogle, Rodon, Pascal, Gabby Goodmanson. I did Tanaka, Ampadu, Longstaff. I did Okafor on the left, Nonto in the middle, Dan James on the right, and Nemetru up front. I got two of them right. Yeah. But my take on this is this team just isn't good enough. This team isn't good enough for me. We paid Scooby. We paid 15 million for Beal, who's got the turning circle of a barge on Leeds and Liverpool Canal. Is not quick enough. That's 15 million wasted there. Perry yesterday for his goal. If you're going to set a wall up like that, make sure you can get across to the open part of the goal. I said before we bought him that Perry, I had my doubts. That's coming thing now. I think he's number 2, if not number 3 keeper. Because if that had been Meslier, everybody would have been shot down. Michael, it'd have been shut down if that had been Melly in goal yesterday and leaving that big gap. Yeah, Gabby Goodmanson again. Yeah, it was a slip, but when he's got people running at him, he seems to struggle in defence. Going forward is really good. Smash a like and subscribe as well, please, people. The board, for me, it's a sack Farker. They need to sack Underwood and Robbie Evans, because they're saying it's an 8 out of 10 window. I'd have said more like a 4 out of 10. We paid Stack, even though we didn't see much of him yesterday. Have we paid too much for him? Lee, have we paid too much for him? Okafor still not shown yet. Dan James yesterday when he come on and he moved into the 4-2-3-1, which I think Dan James is best playing in a 4-2-3-1, not a 4-3-3. Looked good. Nemetja yesterday, one of our strikers that we got for free, scoring goals, 3 goals in 2.5 games that he's played, started or come on because he come on against Everton. Daniel Farker for me, to be honest, what I've heard with the manager that we've spoken to, you'd want to keep Farker, but I can't let that out yet. That'll be in the next couple of days when I've been told I can let it go. But yeah, it's not good. Yeah, should have had a penalty. Perry's not good. I'd stick with Darlow. At least he can kick a ball. And he don't parry it down in front of him. Bogle yesterday had one of his better games. Played really well. You see, Daniel Farker signs off on him, but I don't think a lot of them was his first choice, because if you remember, it was after Siddiqui and Diarra. They were his two first choice midfielders, and we ended up with Stack and Longstaff. Bornow, don't know how we bought him. I was told 2 days before that even come out that we were getting him. I'd never heard of him, didn't report it because the person that told me, I wasn't quite sure they were telling the truth or not. But since then, that person has given me some details about the club, which was right. So, and he's told me about this new manager that they've interviewed. And they've all spoke to a League One manager at a Yorkshire club, but he's turned it down. So, Tezza, for me, this team is, no matter what manager comes in, this team is not going to get much more out of this team. Yeah, might have new ideas, might have things, but for me, he's not going to have. These players ain't good enough. Ain't good enough at all. Really, so Perry, I don't rate, so that was 18 million. So say 38 million we've wasted on 3 players: Bornow, Beal, Perry. That's nearly half of the £100 million budget that was spent. And don't forget, we wasn't Perry's first choice neither. He had choice of clubs in Italy and everything else, but he chose us because he thought Premiership. Yeah, should have stayed in Italy. Beal, people thought, yeah, he's good. He's done so well in Italy. It's Italy, totally different football. It's a lot slower. You know what I mean? It's not as many world-class players in there as what there is in the Premiership. I don't think new players and a new manager saves us in January. I don't at all, because I can't trust them to get it right with the window that we've had already. I can't trust the 49ers to get it right with new recruits. Can't trust them to get it right on a manager. And if it's true what I've heard about the manager, you'll all want Farke to stay. But I'll release that in a couple of days' time, and you'll all be shocked. They're not going for anybody that's in the betting. They're trying to do it on the cheap. And if they can't get the targeting that they want, they won't be going for a second choice or a third choice. It'll be sticking with Farke. Yeah, I'd have gone a 4-2-3-1 yesterday. I'd have done a 4-2-3-1 yesterday by a long way. That was my formation. I think we play better. Scotty. Yeah, I think we play better in a 4-2-3-1. I think it suits the players better. This 3-5-2 nonsense that people keep saying. What they don't realise is we lose wingers, and then when the ball's played over the top and the fullbacks are too high, yeah, we might have Rodon there to cover it right hand side, we might have Pascal there to cover it left, but all they do then is switch the ball into the middle and outnumbered. So the 3-5-2 doesn't work. Mashallah, bless you and your beautiful family, amen. Yeah, inshallah. So, yeah, for me, no matter who we get in, who we sign, we ain't staying up. I said at the start of the season, I predicted 17th, but I said we could also drop into 18th. This is a championship squad with a few add-ons that we got in the summer that are only adequate. Out the team that we had in the championship, I said there was only about 2 or 3 that could have probably stepped up. Rodon, Bogle, and Pascal. Rest of them, for me, and Premiership footballers. The ones that we bought in, Goodmanson probably. Okafor, if we can get him to play properly and get 90 minutes out of him. It's probably the ones that we bought. Stacker, that I'm not. You see, Stacker, I want to see him playing in his rightful position, which is the number 6, where Ampadu plays. I think Ampadu's a better centre back. Always have, always will. We won more games with Ampadu at centre back than what we did with Pascal. Longstaff has been hit and miss. For me, we should have got a couple of more Premiership players in that have got the know-how. But yeah, for me, and people getting stressed out over, oh, we're going to go down with Farke. We're going to go down with anybody. Don't let it stress you out. It's, you know what I mean? You can't do anything about it. No matter what you say, no matter what you do, we can't do anything about it. No, I wouldn't have started. Well, I would have started Dan James. I had him down to start Dan James because I thought they'd gone on 4-2-3-1. I thought they'd switched it up. But I'd have taken Aronson off at half time and put Dan James on. So yeah. But yeah, no point stressing out over the results. No point in stressing out over the manager because there's nothing we can do about it. We can't. There's no point stressing out over something you can't do anything about. Same with if we win, lose, or draw. I know it gets a lot of people down and stuff like that. But for me, I don't let it spoil my weekend. I've been a Leeds United fan now for 39 years. I'm used to seeing us play like this. Yeah, don't believe what you're saying, and it's on the 20 million forward. I think if we get a players in, it's going to be loans. To be honest, I don't think we're going to spend. We've got 3 loans things. That's the only way I see us getting players in. I don't think we'll be getting Harry Wilson now at Fulham. He's been offered another contract, and he's playing well. He's starting to play football, so I don't think we'll get Wilson. There's that in from Madrid that would be linked with a striker. If we get him, Leeds obligation to buy for 17 million. I don't think we get him neither. What about again Daniel's timing of? You know what? Everybody's saying about his timing of subs, right? Everywhere he's been, Norwich, Mönchengladbach, when he was in Ukraine, managing over there, when at Leeds, they've always been 70 minutes. Always been 70 minutes. There's nothing we can do about it. That's his thing. It's always been 70 minutes everywhere he's been. Unless there's been an injury and it's been a forced one, like yesterday with Tanaka and Stack. So, moaning about, 70 minutes sub, 70 minutes sub, 70 minutes subs. He's done it everywhere he's been. So, doesn't make a difference. We can moan about it all we want, but he's done it everywhere he's been every time. For me, I think we're a worse side than what we were when we were in the Championship. Maybe that's because we're winning games in the Championship. But yeah, I can't trust the 49ers. I can't trust them to get it right with the manager. Yeah, people get somebody in, we'll get the manager bounce. Not necessarily. I don't think we get the manager bounce. I don't think these players are good enough. We've got Calvert-Lewin up top, who's almost same as Bamford. We should have just kept Bamford and saved ourselves 100 million. 100k a week, I mean. Nemecha, 3 goals, leading scorer for Leeds now. Okafor's got 2. Rodon's got 2. Longstaff's got 1. Are we now in the position where players don't want to come to us because we have dropped? No, it's not that. A lot of players don't want to come to a relegation threatened side as it is. So when it was in the summer window, a lot of players actually turned us down because they knew we'd be in a relegation fight. So it's not, and plus maybe they turned us down because they thought Daniel Farker wasn't good enough. Who knows? But I know a lot of them turned us down because we were in a relegation fight. A lot of players don't want to come in a relegation fight. So, yeah, people can say, well, we're Leeds United. We might be Leeds United, but we're not as big as what we used to be. We've been out of it for so long. Yeah, we're a big club by stature and fan base, but we're not a big club and shouldn't be entitled to these players, that players. You know what I mean? Thinking, oh yeah, we're Leeds United, we should get them in. No, we shouldn't. If we'd have got Pax Owen in the summer, we wouldn't have got as many players in through the door. If we'd have got Mooney's in, we wouldn't have got many players in through the door. So, which might have been better because I think there's been too many coming in and trying to bed them all in at once. As Howard Wilkinson once said, it's going to take them between 10 to 15 games to get bedded in if you get more than 3 players in a window. So yeah. I want to say happy birthday yesterday to White Snakes. Mr. White Snakes, a lot of you will know him. Steve, Mr. White Snakes, happy birthday for yesterday. A friend of mine, Lucy, her granddad's birthday today as well. Happy birthday to him. So yeah. So yeah, really, I just don't think. If you're watching, please smash a like. We've got 5 people watching and only 1 like. Please hit the like button. It does help out. So for me, no matter who we get in, I will release the who we've spoken to. What day are we on today? Monday. I will release it. I'll say Friday morning. Friday morning, I'll release who we've been spoken to. Yes, Darren. I'll release who we've spoken to as a manager, and when you all hear it, you'll think, "Now we'll keep Fark. Thank you very much." But yeah, I'll give you all a clue anyway. He was sacked as the Championship manager last season, and he's out of a job at the minute. So yeah, try to work it out as much as you can. So for me, Leeds United, no matter who comes in, no matter if the manager changes his views or whatever, these players ain't good enough. Perry, is he as good as Darlow? No. If that had been Mesley here yesterday, he'd have had death threats, leaving that much gap in that goal. Jeez, I'm blind in one eye and overweight, and I could have put that ball in that gap. If you're going to leave that much space, at least make sure you can get across to get to it. Yeah, Gabby Goodmanson again. Yeah, he slipped. Pascal put his foot in. Free kick. I actually thought it was a penalty to start with because it was close to the edge of the box. But no, thing. So for me, Perry's a waste of money. 15 up to 18 million. Be all waste of money. That's 33. Bornow, 5 million. That's 38. And you could say probably James Justin because he's not giving him a chance. So that's 10 million there. So that's 48 out of a £100 million budget. Okie dokie. So yeah, really good signings there, Underwood. I know Fark signed off on them, but I don't think they're his first choice players. Yeah, I think soon as. Did you see that free kick coming? I didn't. I was thinking it was one of them. They'd actually move a few yards backwards if they could get it up. Do you know what though? That Morgan Rogers is, you know what I mean? He's very good at. I've seen him do a couple of free kicks like that this season already. Yeah, a couple he's missed and stuff like that, but he's really good with his free kicks. But for me, that I don't think he'd have scored that if Perry was a little bit further over to his left-hand side. He could have saved that easy. So yeah, and I've always thought Perry was too cumbersome anyway. Can't use his feet. Knocks the ball down in front of him, which he always did at Lyon. Yeah, is it the second choice? Is it the third choice? Yellows through us down here. 5 yellows through us. What was happening there exactly? You know what I mean? John McGinn for Aston Villa was referee, I think, on game. He was just in the referee's ear all the time. Petty Ampadu couldn't do the same when we were getting thing, but Ampadu did say to the referee, give John McGinn the whistle if you actually watch it. So yeah. Anyway, so it was only meant to be a quick live. All done, dusted. Move on. For me, we get relegated no matter what anyway now. But who knows? Daniel Farker still needs the 4 points. Who says we can't shock City at their ground? I know it's I know it's going to be hard, but you never know. We could always shock them at their ground. Same with Chelsea at ours. We could shock them because they're a miss. Liverpool, they just miss at the minute. You never know. But yeah, for me, I'm not a Fark in. I'm not a Fark out. But I do want. It's getting to the stage now where I do want Fark sacked, just to prove these fans wrong by saying it comes in, everything will change and we'll stay up. And a lot of them aren't putting the blame on the players. The players ain't good enough. The board ain't good enough. 49ers bringing a new director of football in that's new to the job, started the Premiership season. That was down to Kinnear and all them lot saying it. Yeah, he's good. He's been learning off of us. Yeah, that's why you went to Everton. So yeah. So anyway, all thanks for watching. Smash a like, subscribe, all that, and I'll be back for the presser this week. I'll do that on Friday when I release out who we've been speaking to. So yeah, Joe Geldart quashes speculation. Yeah, we have got a recall call, but the Leeds aren't going to call him back. Ramazani, if they do call him back, that'll just be sent back out on loan again to another team. We've got a 25-man squad. Medley here, I don't think goes in January. I think he's out his contract. Do we sell Gruev because he's not getting a game? Maybe, but his price will have gone down now. Do we sell Perot? His price will have gone down now. We're lucky if we get 8 million for Perot. So yeah. So anyway, thanks for watching. Been a pleasure. Smash a like and subscribe. Leave your comments on afterwards. I will reply to them. If they're worth replying to. I've had a few that hasn't been. So, yep, thank you very much, and Leeds.